Hey everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you so much for joining us, whether you're watching or listening here in the United States or abroad. We greatly appreciate your attention, uh, whether this is your first episode or if you've been with us from the beginning. As you know, we're over 470 episodes, pushing to one of our magic numbers of 500, reach 500 total episodes of the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. It's just it's an amazing feat that we're going to match and we're going to continue forward. Thank you for demanding and watching and listening to our shows. Easy topics, hard topics. We cover it all, really. Uh, And that is one of the big uh, delineators, separators, a different feature benefit if we're talking in the business world of what our show does, talks about, shares, and what others do not. And that's okay, right? There's room for everybody. We take an approach that is transparent, is again just we just get after it, and that is happening each and every episode. If you can give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, even reach out to maybe 25, 50, 100, 1,000 contacts in your phone and let them know, share about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. We're predicated uh, in foundation and our main pillars are around mental health, mental illness, about trauma recovery from substances, from traumatic brain injuries, you name it, we cover it. And I have multiple mental illnesses. So that's how Voices for Voices got started. And so each and every show, whether it is said or it is not said, I am and have been uh, going through mental challenges. So want to keep that in mind. Sometimes we'll hear comments of, well, what's Justin know about this or that? It's like I know about being human. I know about what I'm going through. I know that what I'm going through may be similar or close to what uh, one of our viewers or listeners is going through. Somebody they may know that may be going through. It might be something in the future they may be going through. And so that's what we do. We're just talking about human topics. It's not uh, we're not we're not getting too too technical. We're talking about kind of general basic terms. There may be times where we throw in a term that you may want to look up and get a little bit of a more of an understanding, and you could do that. So thank you. Thank you for being with us. We are a 501(c)(3), so if you uh, are willing and are able to, we do accept donations, any denomination. On our we have a website uh, strictly for donations that is called lovevoices.org, 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 or you can find us on Cash App and also on Venmo, Voices for Voices. Some have the letters FOR for the four in the middle of voices, poor voices, right? And some don't. It just really depends. You just want to make sure that if you see this logo, uh, that is a good indication that you're at the right spot. So, and thank you for all the love and support you've given us. You've given me, everybody on our team. We do have a rather small team, and we're making some things happen. We're just doing human things. Um, I want to talk a little bit on this particular episode. We talk about, like I said, I'm a believer, so I pray for peace. I pray for people to be happy, loving, prosperous, healthy, whatever that looks like to you and others. It may not be the same for me as it is for you, but it doesn't matter. That's not what this is all about. We're not here to talk through all these things. Uh, but this topic's eh, it, it might be a maybe a second cousin of being a believer of some sort, or it may not. Just throwing that disclaimer out there. So we talk about forgiveness and forgetting, and I'm talking on a uh, well, I'm just talking about forgiveness and forgetting. Uh, and what does that mean? Why am I bringing this up? What's the deal? There's certain things, certain people who at one point in time may have, well, I think all of us at one time or another, if we've been done wrong or whichever term you want to use. If someone's taking advantage of us, I don't know. And I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be. So let's get that out of the way too, in case this is your first episode. We do cover this quite a lot, over 470 episodes. We do touch on it. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. I'm a believer, that God is, his son Jesus Christ uh, was and is. Uh, but us, humans, regular humans now, we're not. And so we're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to, whether we think or we thought we did or we didn't, sometimes we just forget and go, "Oh crap, I didn't think about that when I made this decision or I did this or whatever we're talking about." Uh, and so we're not getting into, excuse me, we're not getting so much into intention. Like I intended for a conversation, a topic to go in one direction or the other. So we're not talking about an intending intention. We're just talking about on the surface, forgiving and forgetting. And what I want to talk about is, well, the forgiving and forgetting, right? So what I want to talk is that just because, again, we're not talking about intention, if a person intended for a certain uh, a certain thing to be pulled from an action, intention. Like I intended to use the bathroom. Well, that's intention, right? If I had to go to the bathroom, I'm gonna try and find an 10 intention of going to the bathroom. So I'm gonna look for a bathroom and I'm gonna go to the bathroom, use the bathroom. So that's kind of the intention. Others, I'm not gonna talk about whether there was, is, ever will be, because I'm not perfect. So I'm not here to bash people. I'm not here to, we've talked about hard topics and we've shared tough information. So we share facts. So if somebody says, "Oh, well, yeah, but you're bashing this group or this person," or no, we're just talking about facts. If we have facts and we bring them up, it's not my fault. If you have the facts to show otherwise, what are you waiting for? 299 days, 350 days, a million days? I don't know. So there's certain times where topics come up, things happen, events happen, and and we have to think really hard. Even though we're not looking at the intention, we get really close to intention. So sometimes individuals will make assumptions based off of something, some kind of information, thinking they might know what's best for somebody else or what they've heard, even though they don't know somebody or whatever that may be. That's what we're talking about today. And so I'm here to say we can forgive people. We absolutely can. We can forgive, right? No, like I just said, nobody's perfect. So who am I to say, well, that I'm not going to forgive people, persons. It's not that. That being the forgiving is okay. Well, the action or actions, the words, the events, the experience, we can forgive that for what that is. It's when we get to the forgetting is where we're really trying to think hard about. Because like I said, we can forgive because none of us are perfect. And we should, whether it's said to a person, a group, I say, well, we don't agree with topic one, two, three. So that hits that forgiving. But when we get to forgetting, that's a whole different can of worms, right? So when again, I'm just talking in generalities. Person A does Person A does thing A to person B. Person B is like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What's happening? Where's this coming from? And person A, continues wh- whatever behavior was being was that was started. Excuse me. And so person B can say either, internally or to person A, person B to person A, like, yeah, I don't agree with what happened. I don't agree with that, whatever. I say whatever a lot, so whatever. Uh, so I can forgive that. I can forgive topic A, the person A did said towards person B. So we can, right? Person B can forgive. But person B, I don't, they can forget at a certain time, maybe, about, this thing in the past. Like, so I can forget about it while also forgiving. And we're not talking about vendettas or being vindictive and all these. We're just talking as human beings. Like, right? We're not gonna like what we're not gonna like every single thing about every single person that we ever meet, come in contact with. It's just not the way things go. And if everybody did that, then we'd all be the exact same per type of person. We wouldn't be as unique as we are. So we can forgive, but let's say, person A does something, says something, person B says, okay, I forgive you. And let's say something that's similar to what person A did to person B. Let's say that person B, um, excuse me, I have enough frog in my throat today. Not a real frog. So let's say things for person B, excuse me, start on a upward trajectory. And it's about the topics and things that person A was talking and sharing with person B at a given time. So what does so then we look at, okay, let's bring this full circle. So does person B now owe person A something? And again, these are just thoughts for our mind. So again, so person B starts and continues to really take that topic, that thing, person A was, going after person B, some type of situation without full knowledge, full awareness. And then one day something happens. And now person B has taken that very thing, that very experience, that very topic. Person B's taken that and making it happen. And that can be just whatever you think, whatever making it happen sounds like to you, means to you, that's what I'm talking about. So person B starts to make things happen. Then we get to so does person B owe anything or something or everything to person A when at some period in the past, person A was, I mean, for lack of better terms, doubting what person B was doing because maybe it was taking extra time for said thing to start working its way into the public sphere. So that's what we were talking about today, right? So I think we all can forgive. Maybe we can forget. But at the end of the day, it comes back to if at a point in time, said thing that person A was saying and talking about and harping on to person B, and person B starts, you know, person A starts to see the person B's making it happen. Not so much the person B is showing, because, right? We're talking about facts. It's like, okay. And this isn't being vindictive. This is just being human. Of like, man, that stinks that I got treated a certain way at a certain point. And again, I'm not, I, in my younger years, that was one of the big things about me. It's just I would just judge and say things I probably shouldn't say, and then I would just move on. And now, at my age and the shortness of life, I'm looking at things much differently. So yeah, we should be able to forgive, maybe be able to forget. The real thought is this person B. What does person B owe, if anything, to person A when person A sees the person B is making it happen. So think about it. It's a human topic. And of course, it touches on mental health because depending on what was said or done, or, it could have caused trauma, extra stress, overeating, lack of activity, lethargy, being lethargic. So something to think about. So we went, I don't know, I guess philosophical or psychological. We went kind of deep on this episode. Think about it. Leave us some comments. What you think? Be looking out for those. But until then, if you can give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reach out to 25, 50, 100, 1,000 contacts in your phones. Let them know about the Voices for Voices TV show and podcast. And I promise them there's going to be at least 50 episodes, if not more. We have 470 plus episodes in our portfolio, in our catalog. So there's going to be a lot of episodes. They're going to connect with you as well as your contacts and your social media following. So watch, listen, download, subscribe. All those things are free and they help us get closer and closer to helping and reaching at least 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond. And it's because of you that we're on that path. And it is amazing and an amazing feeling for me and for Voices to help as many people as we are to reach all the corners of the world. It's just amazing. I don't know what else to say besides that. And if you're able to, lovevoices.org, lovevoices.org, lovevoices.org. Voices for Voices is a 501c3 nonprofit charity. So any donation, purchase any of our books, will be dollars that you'll be able to write off on your taxes. We are 501c3, so all your donations and purchases of products from Voices for Voices is 100% tax deductible federally. And thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We love you. We are sending support. Thank you for sticking with us through thick, through thin. And I'm feeling like we've gotten somewhere. So thank you very much. We love you. We're thinking about you. Let's celebrate the voices of everybody in the world. And let's also be a voice for not only ourselves, but maybe there's somebody else that you know who may need their voice shared. Reach out to us. We'd love to have them. Love to have you on our show. So until next time, have a great day, great morning, great afternoon. Uh, and we'll see you on the next show. Thank you so much.